everybody. How y'all doing? How your mom and them? It's Friday again. Here we are. Where did
Why
you
does the
get?
show gotta start while I'm stuffing my face?
Well, that's the way
hell?
it works, I guess. Why is my camera looking the opposite? It's doing weird things right now. I need to
I see.
flip my video back the other way. It really looks weird.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? I'm looking at the broadcast. It looks fine.
The broadcast, when I move right, it moves left. Just
You'll
saying.
survive. Hey, Bill.
It's
How you
the
doing?
opposite of what I'm used to. I mean, I think I can fix that. Where is it at? Effects, maybe.
Mirror my video.
Yeah, but well, there's a mirror inside the camera, and then there's a mirror inside.
OBS.
Horizontal flip. I clicked it. There we go. That's more like it. That seems, yes, that's when I move right, it moves right. We're doing good now. What's up, Bill? How's it going? Yeah, I got a camera up in the corner that's showing outside. That's a live view of outside. Right now, there's nothing. And I don't even know. It's supposed to start like by 9 o'clock. So maybe somewhere in the middle of the show, it'll start snowing and then progressively pick up
Tony.
from there. Tony, what's up? Hey, Breeze. Scuba moved to the Alps. Hey, man, there's no, it's Class G airspace right here. So
Right,
just,
and I'm hanging out in the CVS parking lot over here. Sorry, my boob itch. Yeah.
yeah, I'm flying right now. I left Munchkin in the CVS parking lot. That's it. Got to make sure my lines aren't tangled. Hold on a second. But yeah, it's supposed to start snowing. We got some what? Hey, Angela Presley. Angela Presley. It was like what, 2 or 3 days ago? We got like an inch and a half, maybe. It wasn't that much, and then it like rained and messed up most of it. So we had a little snow left over on the cars, but it went away quick. So this should be a significant amount more of snow than what we're used to here for sure. Yeah, Munchkin's got some parking lot. I don't know where she got her.
Here, this will be better.
But she liked your background. I had one with trees to start off with. This is what Zoom recommended.
That almost
And
looks
I
like
didn't
I'm
even tell
underwater.
it snow. It just was like, yeah, you want some snow? Here. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just choose that then. Why not?
Thank you, Angela.
Um,
I didn't notice the signage and stuff, so it really did look like I was in a CVS parking lot.
Scuba the Summit. Yeah, look there.
Look at my new blingy cup. Oh, God, you can't see it. All right, I'll hold it in front of me.
Yes,
It's
that
blingy.
is
Blingy,
Munchkin's
blingy.
new bling bling cup. Got a new sink that, for some reason,
We got a new faucet. We didn't get a new sink.
a new faucet. There you go. We got a new faucet for the kitchen sink, which there was a bunch of different versions. I got one that the faucet actually changed colors depending on what the water temperature is. So if the water's cold, it's blue. If it's warm, it turns green. And then if it's hot, it turns red. It's very simple. I mean, there was another one that actually showed you the digital temperature, but it was a lot more expensive. And I was like, no, we don't need, we just wanted
And
one.
we don't need a digital readout.
Well,
We
the
don't.
original sink we had the separate sprayer, and the nozzle came out straight, and it really didn't have a lot of adjustment to it. So this one goes up and curves down, and then it has, the pull
it's
down.
the gooseneck instead of straight out from the sink,
Yeah.
so I can actually fit shit underneath it.
There you go. It was to give us more room in the sink to move around because it's got that gooseneck on there. So yeah, it should work. Oh, there's Linda. Now that Linda's here, I do have my boots here because you were asking about my boots with the fur. Now these boots,
We're made for walking.
they're they're made for dudes. They're not made for what I assume when you say boot, people think when you say boots with fur, you're gonna get some extravagant. These are dudes' boots, okay? They're not like what you think. What's up, Cloud Chucker?
Hey, Cloud Checker.
So these are the
I mean,
boots.
some of them do, Tony.
So I'm going
Yeah,
to
we
fade
can't see
into
those.
nothingness, huh? I can turn the background off. Not a big deal. Let me get to my background. Adjust background. That should do it. And then hit none. There we go. So this is what the boots look like. This is all waterproof. So this is almost like a rubber plasticky material down here. This is Velcro, so you can tighten it up.
It will.
And then inside, this is the fur inside that goes all the way down, all the way to the toe. I mean, there's fur literally all the way down, which is thinsulate. So they're quite warm and comfy. And they have good tread on the bottom. So if I did want to fly in the snow, I would probably be using these. You can tuck your pants into these. And then it has a strap so you can pull the top of the boot around your leg really tight.
He is not going to go fly in the snow. We'll be lucky if he goes outside when it snows.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't really cold and the ground is covered in snow, I would be tempted.
It's going to be cold because it's snowing.
Well, okay.
I want y'all's opinion. Okay. So I found a pair of boots that I liked that said they're waterproof. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Waterproof boots. They're really cute. And this one, that one, says, well, if the tongue is if they're lace up, that's not going to be really waterproof, right? So I'm looking at all the different views of the boots, and I'm like, oh, now that's got to just be for show because there's a zipper on the side. They zip up, right? So I get the boots today. The tongue is not just for show. They are lace-up boots with a floppy tongue and a zipper. Why the fuck would they have both? Why do you have the zipper if they're lace-up boots? What sense does that make at all? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Was I correct to be deceived?
Well,
would you guys not have thought the same thing?
For the old school people that's in chat, y'all know there used to be a Facebook group called Scuba Makes Me Buy Shit, right? And for some reason, I don't know why I have that effect on people, but apparently I make people buy shit. And the first instance, I guess, happened with somebody from chat. We don't have to mention any names, but one person decided to go get some key lime cookie. And then I was like, oh, cool, you know, and I think they ordered a couple bottles. And then, you know, that vibration plate, I took it to work and let somebody try it at work. Well, I literally did not try to sell this to her. I was just like, this is the vibration place. I just wanted you. Hey, DeMillan. Okay, well, Cloud Checker says he's already booked. There you go. That's who did it. It was Cloud Checker. To start off with. So the vibration plate, I showed it to a lady at work. And I told her the benefits of it, et cetera, et cetera. And then she ended up going home and buying one. And she was like, I can't believe he made me buy this. And I was like, I did not try to make you buy it. But now
she sent me a message. You tell him he's a bad influence.
Yeah. He's a bad influence.
I could have told you that.
I bought this and he made me. But her husband has neuropathy in his legs. So it's like, it's supposed to help with that. So hopefully that vibration can get circulation going in his legs and make him feel better. I hope it works out for him. She should have it today. So we'll find out Monday if it does anything good for him. Then I got a message from somebody else. And they told me that their roommate bought 3 bottles of key lime cookie. And, well, that's not key lime cookie. This is butter cookie. But they're very similar. So this is key lime cookie. And now it's their new favorite juice. At least for now. I mean,
he
people
might have his... they're getting an echo. So, fix your shit.
There's an echo?
Yeah, you probably got... I wasn't talking to you. You probably got it turned up. loud. So you're
Hmm.
picking up on your own
Something
audio.
is bringing in the echo, and I got to figure out what it is. Oh, I see what it is. Why is it's the camera. Okay. For some reason, the IP cam was picking up sound. Hopefully the echo's gone now. Is it gone for you guys? Or was it echoing from Munchkin? Because it was
It's
the
not
camera
echoing
that
from
I
me.
have in the corner, the audio was on for some reason. We don't need the audio from the camera. Oh, it was Queen? Okay, yeah. That's what it was.
Ouch.
Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I was trying to see if it was showing up, but I didn't notice it in the stream there, but yeah, it was definitely picking up her voice twice. So, yeah, that's just a live view of out front and when it starts to snow, and you see kind of a reflection on the window. I can't help that unless I put the camera outside, which I don't want to do that. But that glare off that street light, there ain't much I can do about that either. So, eh, we'll just deal with it.
I mean, a BB gun will solve that problem, but we don't want to do that.
We don't need to shoot our light out. I mean, we
No.
kind of need, that light lets us know, is it raining? Is it snowing?
Call the city. Someone shot our light out. Can you come fix it?
Right?
I don't know who it was. I have no idea.
Oh my God, I got to tell y'all what I did today. Now, I might be mean. Munchkin thinks it was
It's
mean.
mean. What if he would have fallen? We could have got sued.
Okay. Now, I hold nothing against gay people at all. I don't, this is not why this happened. But we get a lot of not telemarketers, but solicitors come to our front door, okay? And usually they're trying to sell solar panels for our house. Today, a guy came and he obviously, was he he had a high pitched voice, let's just put it that way. Black guy, he came up and I was like, oh man, he's gonna try and sell me solar panels. So I walked out there and the guy said, first thing he's like, pardon me, I'm scared of heights. I'm lucky I even made it to the top of the stairs. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you got? So he started going on and on about how Dominion, which is our power company, has been charging us too much money. And we can save money if we go sign up with this company if we get Section 8 or food stamps or anything. Now, Munchkin and I don't get any of those welfare Section 8 type things. So after that, I told him that. He was like, okay, well, you can still, because first he said you could save 25%. Then he said, well, since you don't get any of those, you can still get 15% if you go sign up. I was like, okay, cool. Sounds cool. And then, he was talking about his heights. And I was like, I fly, dude. I fly above this area, blah, blah, blah. Which he kind of blew off.
Yeah, because people don't care. You do that a lot.
So he told me, I can't, which is weird. He said, I can't go down the stairs normal. I'm going to have to go down the stairs backwards. Which is weird because he was scared of heights. So he wanted to go down the stairs backwards. So as he started to go down the stairs, I just kind of shook a little bit. Scared the bejesus out of that guy.
Isn't that mean?
I mean, I didn't really shake the stairs. I just kind of jiggled just a little bit. And he said, oh, my days. Oh, my Lord, you ain't right. You ain't right. I just thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. We had a good time. I told him to have a great day, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it was funny because
he's a good boy. He doesn't do that. But I think we have caught a cold from somebody. Because I'm sniffly as well.
Yeah, I'm sniffly. I don't know what's going on. Oh, was I wiping my nose too?
I guess so.
He said $79.18 was bargain. Cannot believe they're selling at that price. Nice, Cloud Chucker. Nice. Another all-in-one kit. Yeah, it was. Will, it was awesome. I wish I had video of it. You guys would have laughed too. Trust me, it was funny.
That's mean.
It was not mean. Matter of fact, in the video above my head, You can see the top of our stairs. Now, it's not really high. It's what, 7 feet off the ground? 7 feet. That's not like super high. And our stairs are pretty well built. It's not like when I shook them, the whole stairway
But
was shaking.
they're
It just,
steep.
but you could feel just a little bit of vibration. That was enough to freak him out. And I was like, wow, he really is scared of heights. So yeah, I just thought it was funny. But yeah,
he called me cracking up.
it was pretty cool because the guy was like, look, you know, I know you don't get any of these benefits, but you can still sign up for this and still save, you know, 15% on your power bill. And I told him, I was like, look, dude, I'll be honest with you. Our power bill is like 75% lower than what it used to be because we used to live with 6 people and now it's just 2 people. Imagine that drop in your power bill. Because when we had all 6 of us living together, the laundry, I don't think the washing machine ever stopped. It was always going. It's like, dadgum, man. Washing machine, you know, dishwasher, laundry machine, everything.
Our water bill is dropped in half.
Yeah, our water bill dropped, our power bill dropped, everything was cool. Plus, this house seems to be pretty efficient.
Well,
and we're adding
it's small, and it's only 1 story, so.
Well, we're doing small changes to the house to upgrade it as it were be. So as soon as you know we can, we're going to start working on the backyard to make it basically a play palace out there. Maybe I can cast from out back at some point when it's not freezing cold. Because
yeah, if you can get away from your red Sanford ways and get rid of a bunch of garbage.
my Sanford and Son, well, you know, I gotta collect stuff. I collect stuff. Oh, Demilin posted a link. Thanks, Demilin. Let me see. Oh, it's from Vapor DNA. Anything from Vapor DNA. Wow, they're selling for $59. Let me just pick some weird year. It's bad that you got to scroll to put your birth date in there.
Spin that bitch like the fucking Wheel of Fortune.
Is that another 18650? Okay. Cloud Chucker, more power to you, but honestly, I have something very similar to that right here. I mean, it uses an 18650. There's nothing different that makes me want that. Like, it's not a 21700. There's no special thing to it. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to just sit here and buy mods to be buying mods, which I've done a lot. I ain't going to lie, but... What?
Our neighbor ordered food.
Yes, I know he did, DeMillan. That's why I was saying. But it's just a DNA 60 with an 18650 battery. So there's no draw for me to buy one. Yeah, if you got it because it was cheap, Cloud Chucker, I mean, you said you paid like 19 pounds for it. That's a great deal. So what I saw that she just posted was $60 US. So that's a big difference. Over 19 pounds, just saying. But yeah, for that price, I probably would have got it too, honestly. Just keeping it real. What is Tony message retracting like 18 million times?
He said something about a saddle. Apparently, he likes to be ridden like a horse.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
You keep that between you and Angela.
Oh, you got the non-DNA version. Okay. Should we get in the mod heist? I don't know, because a lot of times when we enter the mod heist, we end up dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put 25,000 down there and see what happens. As far as other gadgets, I bought an Echo Show 5 like for Christmas for Munchkin, and then end up turning around and buying an Echo Show 8. Now, I already had an Echo Show 2 in the bedroom. It's very old. But the Echo Show 8 has a pretty big screen. I did not know. And the speaker sounds way better. So I think the one in the bedroom is going to go in some, I don't know. We got too many of them things.
Did y'all catch that? He bought an Echo Show 5 for me.
We died, of course.
I don't
I did.
asking for
Look,
that.
you didn't ask for it, but
But what?
number one, it was cheap. Number two, it was it it was going to go by the bed and be an updated version of what you already use as an alarm clock.
I don't use that as an alarm clock. I use my phone as an alarm clock.
I don't know why. That phone would never wake me up.
It wakes me up just fine. But there was nothing wrong with the one that's in there now. It works just fine.
That's like saying a 1950 bicycle. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want the 2024 or 2025 version of a bicycle.
It doesn't do anything different. It works just fine.
Huh. I see somebody driving away. Now, I did get other stuff.
Trash bag, it's just a goofy dick game where we try to rob Scuba.
It would be hard to show y'all now if y'all know I'm
answering his question. Shut up.
Okay.
It's just a game where we can go rob him, and if we win, we get scuba coins, which we also can't do anything with. It's gambling, essentially. Okay, carry on.
Let me see if I can get this. I know there's a remote in here because, yeah, there we go. I left the other remote at work. Now, this one is the small version, even though, there we go. So this is a little LED panel that I'm probably going to have to turn off my background again, that does different things. So you can
hold
click
it in front of you like at your neck level.
It would help if I take the little battery protector thing out. Hold on.
Did you hear me?
Hold it what? Like that?
In front of you like at neck level so the green screen won't fuck it up.
So this is turn off your high beams. So and like I said, this is the small one.
Maybe Tony.
There's a bunch of different. One of them makes no sense. That one says, "I'm in a hurry, make way for me." Okay, gotcha. Thank you. This one is the one that I don't understand. I'm gonna play it and I'll read off what it says. It makes no. Yeah, it is backwards. I can fix that real quick so y'all can read what it says. Hold on a second.
Chevy. It's not final yet. They're doing more hearings, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, y'all should be able to read what this says now.
They just want them to sell it to one of the current fucking social media people. So either Fuckerberg or...
See if y'all can make sense of this one. Wait, that's not it. Oh, I see. Now that one I understand. Pregnant women in car. Okay.
What about us non-pregnant women? We want to live too.
This one. Does that make any sense? I will play it again.
Has a loan.
Have a loan.
Rear-ended.
Married, yeah. If rear-ended. If rear end. That one's the only one that makes no sense. Now, I mean,
I would imagine it's probably a joke that got lost in translation.
So that's a left turn and then right turn, and my bigger one actually says left or right. I don't know why you would tell somebody to pull over. Pull over, want a parking space? Question mark. I don't get some of these. But yeah, these are just the ones on the remote. It has customizable ones you can do, like...
I mean, you should be, Tony.
Like eyeballs and stuff that make it look like it's watching your vehicle, or like from Cars. I would blame that on crap firmware. I completely agree with that, trash bag. That one...
I mean, they're made in China, so my guess is that it was probably a joke about somebody's wife and getting rear-ended.
So that little one is 16 by 32. The biggest one is 20 by 64, which is
Can you
not
program it
inches.
to say if you're gonna ride my ass, can you pull my hair?
Yes, you can make it.
Okay.
You can do that.
See, because I've always wanted that bumper sticker, but I don't put bumper stickers on my cars, so that would be perfect for me.
I programmed the big one, but I did that one's out in the car, and I don't feel like going out and get it. That's the small one. The big one is a fair amount bigger. It's probably about yay big, and it's about the same height as that one though. It's just, or maybe a little higher. Yeah, it's a little higher than that. But they're supposed to stick on your window, your back window, and you can tell people, "Hey, I'm turning left, turning right, whatever." I could see where that might get you in trouble. Um,
Well, I mean, turn signals do that too.
I like the GTA one they got as wanted, and it does red, blue lights on the side, and then it has the 5 stars like on Grand Theft Auto, like your 5-star wanted. That's pretty cool. They got a bunch of different ones like that, but most of the controls you can do with the remote, but there's way more options you can do from your phone via Bluetooth. So you can be up front of the car and tell it to do stuff. You can run a programmed pattern so that it'll go from one to the next one to the next one. Um, like I got one on the big one that just shows 2025 and all these fancy letters.
Getting closer.
It's getting closer. It's still not
No,
snowing yet, from what I can see.
That I hear? Boots, stop walking around yowling.
See, Steve has at least one of everything.
He does.
You're gonna get shot. Okay, Breeze. Mom will constantly scroll cuss words. Yeah, you can do that. I swear one of these symbols looks like somebody riding a pole, but that's not what it's for. I don't know why it looks like somebody on a pole, but it does.
Yeah, see, we live too close to the ghetto for me to put that on there, Breeze, because somebody would challenge me. Um, some of these people ain't got no damn sense, so I ain't risking that. Um,
You got snow, Linda? Yeah. I don't see any here yet. But like I said, by probably 9 o'clock it should start, and then progressively by 1 a.m. it's going to be coming down hard here. But I'll be offline by then. But still,
yeah, the radar that I just looked at showed it over us by like 9.
by 9, okay. So yep, we're getting close. So this tank is getting low, or getting lower. It's still pretty full, but I think I got it low enough where I can change. The wick in this tastes burnt, honestly. It's snowing there. Yeah, Will, I knew y'all were gonna get it before us, without doubt. Y'all definitely get it before us.
Mm-hmm.
So
The reason I don't put bumper stickers on my car is the same reason I don't have any tattoos,
I
because
disappeared
I can't
in my vapor.
make up my mind. So I just don't get anything.
I literally disappear when I blow out vapor. It's like, now you see them, now you don't. Ready, what? Just disappear. All right, he's back.
Where are you at again, Chevy?
So I'm gonna take this tank. We're gonna take it apart.
Hey, Arnie.
Hello, Arnie. And we're going to start to rebuild this thing. At least the coils I put on there, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they're still fine. I don't see any need to change the coils, but the cotton, it's got to be done. So it's going to get done.
Yeah, I would imagine if you were somewhere where you get snow consistently, that you're probably like, nah, fuck it, I'm over it. We it snows here. It snows pretty much every year, at least once. It's just a matter of how heavy and does it stick around for.
This looks terrible. No wonder it tastes burnt. You know, if you vape juices that are sweet, you're definitely going to get some nasty looking wick, and that's what I got right now. Now, I don't think this is from the key lime juice because I've been using different juices in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see not one pair of my. Oh, okay. Victor.
That's why I like my pear claw because it does not gunk up my coils.
Victor has pushed my scissors off in the Never Never Land.
Yeah, I've been watching the TikToks of all the people in Atlanta. Um, there was a newscaster that was in downtown, I guess you would call it. Showed the interstate, and there was like 2 cars that went by. That's unreal. I've never even lived there. I've gone there, and the traffic is fucking stupid. So it was crazy to see
Yeah, I mean,
that.
it's unusual, but when it snows there, they pretty much shut everything down. All right, that looks absolutely terrible, and I don't even have enough light on this, really. But it looks terrible.
Well, our trip to Nashville is back on.
Yep.
Did you know? So if you weren't registered, right, to go with me, I could have registered you as a spouse. It would have cost $255 to register you just for you to get access to that rooftop party that they're throwing. Did I
Wow.
say how much it was? Or did I just think that in my head?
You said something about $250.
Okay, all right. Yeah, 255 to register a spouse, and the only extra thing it gets you is entrance to that party.
Must be some party.
Right? They better have good food and beverages.
Yeah, I can only imagine that it's going to be quite highfalutin, and we're gonna feel out of place. But I don't care. I'm like, hey, we paid.
How are we going to feel out of place? It's a bunch of people like us that are getting paid to go to this damn seminar.
Oh, really? Okay, good. I like that.
I mean, a lot of it's probably going to be the bosses, because why are they going to pay their underlings to go to Nashville and stay at the...
Now my problem is there's like nastiness looking in. I'm gonna have to
Ooh,
try.
I can smell that shit all the way.
You can
in here.
smell it, yeah. I'm gonna try to
like
get some of this
roasting...
out of here.
They're burning marshmallows
because it looks terrible. Without screwing up my juice, hopefully.
Oh, my drink is empty. I got this cup for $10. Did I really need another cup? Especially one covered in glitter? No, I did not. But it was $10, and it's got a handle, so I can hold it by the handle instead of holding it like a toddler. Because the other ones I need 2 hands because there's no handle. John Q, I don't think it's 5 hours. It's over 3 days, so it's a couple hours a day. Most of the time they'll give you breakfast, so it's like a continental breakfast thing. And then they're throwing a party on the rooftop on the last day, and it's at the Hyatt Grand Hotel in downtown Nashville.
So, okay, somehow I managed to.
I mean, it is. I can hold it with one hand because it's got a handle.
Somehow I managed to clean this out without destroying my juice. Let me see. Let me go back to the build cam here. So you should be able to see.
It's not a timeshare, John Q.
Look at that. Look how clean that looks now. Way better than it did a minute ago. So now I just have to make sure I get oils in there or cotton in this without screwing that up.
We have to figure out a way to record the whole thing so I don't have to take notes.
We can do that. I got GoPro. I got recording devices.
Yeah, but it's got to be surreptitious because I don't know that they would want us to record it.
Okay, I can figure that out too. Shit. I mean, I got an Osmo Pocket that's pretty small, yes, but
I do like shiny and sparkly things. I think I was a raccoon in my past life.
Well, what dude doesn't like sparkly and shiny? So, you know.
You like flashy lights and LEDs.
It's because it reminds me of shiny and sparkly.
It's 40 ounces, John Q. Shit, you should have seen the one we saw at Sam's Club. That
Oh
was
my
like a
Lord.
90-ounce
No, it
bottle.
was 120 ounces.
120. It looked like a propane jug with a handle.
It was
It was
huge.
ridiculous. You like electronics? Yeah. I think all guys like electronics. But I mean, for $10, because on Amazon they had some of these, like those Stanley cups they want like 40 and $50 for. They gotta be out of their goddamn mind. I'm not paying that much for a fucking cup. This one was $10 from Temu. They all fucking come from China anyway. So yeah, well, and I like the fact that it's got the narrow bottom. Y'all can't see it. I'm holding it up, but it's got the narrow bottom, so it'll actually fit in my cup holder in my car. Hey, Wally.
All right, I'm gonna try to brush this wick out without damaging any of it. I don't have my good pokey
I actually think
tweezers.
it's a little bit bigger than 40 ounce because the other ones that I have are 40 ounce, and I can fill it up with ice, put some bourbon in it, and fill it up with 1 can of Diet Dr. Pepper, and it fills it to the top. This one actually holds a little bit more. Hey, look, I like Timu. All I gotta say is you gotta be really careful. They have lead testing kits, but all those fucking cups come from China. I mean, except for, I think, well, I mean, I would assume Stanley isn't made in China, but who are we fucking kidding? It probably is. They probably slide the outer sleeve on in the United States and put made in the United States.
You know, I watched
Not
something
to mention, I'm
today.
old. If I got lead poisoning at almost 50 years old, how long would it take to kick in before it really became an issue? Which
I
it
watched
wasn't too
something
big.
today that really bothered me
What was that?
about how things are done, which I'm sure they've made changes now. So 9/11 happened a long time ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what this was a video that included the audio from air traffic control to all these planes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from what I heard on the audio, it's very clear that those planes were being hijacked. Langley, by the time, which Langley is the one that got dispatched to go try and take these planes down to keep them from hurting anybody else, got there too late. Now, a lot of people aren't aware of this, but the hijackers were smart enough to turn off their transponders. Now, the transponders are what tells the tower where the plane is at any given time. If that's turned off, they can't track you. So that was the problem. They didn't know where they were. They were trying to get other planes to visually see this plane so they could say, hey, this is where it's at.
Right.
It was a really interesting video to watch, to say the least. I thought it was pretty cool. I need to grab my other bottle of juice.
I don't think it was an inside job. I think we just um, weren't prepared, which is crazy because now they got the TSA, which they call it a security theater, which that's all it is. It's theater. It doesn't. You not allowing me to bring on my bottle of water does not make that airline any fucking safer.
Key lime cookie,
But, but
going on it.
yeah. I guess they feel like they have to do something to give the illusion that they're trying to make everything safer. I mean, if people want to do something, right, they're gonna do something. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, if you start checking people's water bottles and not letting you bring in fucking peanut butter, they're gonna find. I mean, it's just yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do. I would triple dog dare somebody to stand up on a plane and yell that they're gonna hijack it today, but um,
I think they should have where you are not able to turn that transponder off. I think it should be built into the black box to where that's always on. If the plane's in the air,
cut yourself?
huh?
Did you cut yourself? It probably not. Probably didn't occur to them that
It does look like I
anybody
cut
would do
myself.
that.
to focus when I'm building. I'm sorry, Demon Hunter. I'm just putting juice on there right now, saturating the wick. Hopefully this is going to vape okay.
Hey, Scott.
The problem with doing it this way, you can do this,
That
but
is very close to the camera.
sorry. The problem with this is I'm basically putting juice back onto this wick that's already been tainted by the burnt wick, so it may give it a weird taste. It's almost better just to dump this, but I don't want to waste this juice, so I'm not going to. So we'll see if it makes it taste bad. Then I will just not. I'll just empty it and redo it.
Make it taste bad.
Yeah, because what happens is that juice that was in there was touching that bad wick and those bad coils, so it darkens the juice.
Yeah, but
as you
that's
can
only
see.
until you vape it.
So now we got juice back in there. It's still at half a tank, which I'll show y'all in a second.
Fine.
We'll see how it's gonna vape. How about that? So looks like that. It's still at half a tank. I gotta get all the extra juice off of it from where I hopefully I didn't change the airflow, because that's the main thing. No, it's still fine. That already tastes better from just hitting it with no power going to it. Let's see. Woo! That tastes like burnt rubber. Let me do that again. Apparently I didn't burn it in enough.
Clean socks. Oh, you disappeared again.
Yeah, see? There is leftover burnt taste from the previous wick.
It'll go away.
Even though I cleaned all that out, there's
Suck it
still
up,
some
Nancy.
leftover taste from it. I'm getting it. Now it should go away in a second. We'll see. If it doesn't, is it snowing yet? No.
No.
That is weird. All I can explain it as, almost melted rubber off of a rig or something. That's what it tastes like.
People are so stupid. Somebody just posted on Facebook, Buckrow lost and found, right? And it's from their camera on their front porch.
No,
This
Demon
is-
Hunter, that's not gray hair, man. The camera's deceiving. It's just trying to match the snow-covered Alps.
It says dog has a collar, black and brown, looks like a Rottweiler. Bitch, that is a fucking Rottweiler. It doesn't look like a Rottweiler. It is a Rottweiler. There are certain dogs that are very easily identifiable. A Rottweiler is one of them.
I wonder if I take away the background, will my
He is not allowed to dye his hair, Demon Hunter. You hush.
is it still really gray looking? Now I usually have gel in my hair. I call bullshit
Makes
on
your hair
that.
look thinner, personally. But,
It does. See, my hair right now is really soft because I have no gel, no nothing in my hair right now, and I showered. So Tony says diet. Well, I'm gonna go on a diet.
Yeah, they are cool dogs. Also very easily identifiable.
Yes.
If that person is not sure if that's a Rottweiler or not, they just need to hang it up.
Yeah. So, yeah,
It's like saying it looks like a Doberman Pinscher.
it looks really gray.
It looks like a Dachshund.
All right, I'm gonna let me do some hair adjustment and see if it changes.
No, you
I just
don't
wanna
need to go
see.
put in gel.
I want to come on now. I got to test.
See, to me, when he puts in gel, it makes his hair look thinner because it clumps it all together. He's back there breaking shit now, trying to go find his gel. Y'all make himself so self-conscious. I like it when it's fuzzy. Yeah, he's not dyeing his hair. That's not going to happen. Tony, you remember, 3 months from now, I will be there while you're asleep. So be very careful about what you say between now and then. I'm just saying. You have to close your eyes sometimes. Yes, yes, he is, John Q. Mm-hmm. Me and Angela can make sure you fall asleep. Oh, that's not very nice, John Q. That's not nice at all. We're not going to go there. It looks like his chair says Bazinga. Needs to add an N in there.
All right. Do I still look really gray? No. That's see. So now, all you folks that have gray hair, you can just use a little bit of gel. Demon Hunter said, "Yep." Well, hey, what can I say? I'm freaking old.
Look,
There's
some of
no.
that gel that he puts in his hair, you know, I'm surprised he hasn't caught like small animals in there and leaves and shit. I don't always change my hair, Tony. I have not dyed my hair in over 3 years. Um, he doesn't want me to change my hair. Now I've gotten it cut, obviously, but nothing
I didn't.
drastic or
I didn't
anything.
say, "Hey, you can't dye your hair." I never said that. Uh,
Yeah, no, no, we're not. He's not using fucking shoe polish to dye his beard and shit.
King Cobra said he ain't got no hair, so yeah, that's true. I'd rather it turn gray than turn loose. Just like Jeff Foxworthy
Hmm.
said. So I don't have as much hair as I used to, but yeah, it's definitely changing color on me. I mean, I think my beard changed first. It started going white right off the bat, and then now it's really spreading into the stash. And then all this, there's color, but usually only if it's wet. Once it dries out, it's gray looking again. So there you go. What can you do?
Look, I called you the silver fox for a reason. If you go dyeing your hair and shit, then that changes it. You will no longer be a silver fox.
No, I'll be
You'll
a
just
brown
be an
fox.
old
It's
guy
fine.
in denial, is what you'll be.
A old guy in denial
Yeah, exactly.
is not changing color. The color is goddamn fucked up.
Hmm.
I don't. If you watch the video back before I went and put my little bit of gel, and I mean it was a very little bit of gel in there compared to what it was before, there's a big difference. I can see it. So if I can see it, I know y'all can see it. I mean, it may still look gray, but it's not
It
as bad
doesn't
as it was.
reflect the light as much.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, See, it looks darker now. You get up close. I'm under the bright light now. So,
I mean, I do, John Q. And my opinion is the only one that matters. I have a white stripe over here.
oh, of
So,
course, Demon Hunter. You can pull my chain. I don't mind. You can troll all you want to. That's fine by me. A little dab will do it. A little dab. Yeah, that was a little dab. I may end up having to redo this because, or at least change the juice out because, like I said, it's tainted juice. Once it's touched bad wick and bad coils, it's like putting a little bit of water into some dirty water and taking it out and then going, "Oh yeah, this tastes like perfectly clean
cry
water."
about it some
No,
more. It probably ain't that bad.
it's mixed.
I
Really,
mean,
it's not that bad. I should
if
let you try it. Then you can be like,
if he
"What in the
wants to
hell?"
dye that, Tony, I mean, that's up to him. But I mean, you know,
It has a burnt rubber taste to it. That's all I
you're
can.
not supposed to dye down there. That's how you get chemical burns.
Die down.
Yeah, I mean
Oh
it's not quite that stripy. It's more like a swath. It's not a
no, I'd
solid
rather just
stripe.
shave that off. Just take it off.
I do not look like Cruella Deville.
Scuba doesn't manscape. I
Yeah, but manscaping doesn't involve dye.
No, it doesn't.
He's got a subscription. Well, I have a subscription to Manscaped for him. So, which the names of some of their products are hilarious. But yeah, he's got Manscaped is actually pretty cool. Um, I forgot to change the address when we moved, so I called them to change the address because I couldn't do it online. And they were like, "Well, did you get the last shipment that we sent you?" And I said, "Nope." We reached out to the neighbors, but either they sent it back or they claimed they never got it, and they reshipped it to me for free. Do I hate Dalmatians? No, no, I don't. Um, the only dogs I really don't like are poodles. But I don't like hate them. I just wouldn't own one because I think they're ugly. Got a subscription for more cowbell. I mean, Tony, I don't care one way or another as long as it's clean. Um,
Did y'all see me on the other
that
camera?
takes a lot of effort, though. What did you do? I didn't see
I went
you.
outside. I was looking at the
Oh.
camera on the front steps. Anybody that was paying attention to the other camera, it's definitely not snowing yet. Bring it on, man. It's
Yeah, we can
almost
see
9.
it that it's not snowing.
I know,
Oh,
but it
there you
should
are.
be
I
here
see you. I
now,
had
and
to
it's
back up a
not.
little bit. It's not 9 o'clock yet.
It's close enough.
My elbow still fucking hurts. I'm over that shit. I'll check the radar again.
I have more hair on my King Cobra, man. That's a lot. You know, sometimes it'd be like that.
I can wear heels, Cherokee.
Well, okay. As far as nicking yourself, the Manscaped tool, the lawnmower, I guess is what they call it. It's pretty good about not nicking you. But there's still a possibility you could still nick yourself. I'm not gonna say there's no way you can get cut because you can. That's empty. Bah humbug. Where did Angela Presley go? I don't know. Just Tony's in here. There should be no hair down there. Okay. As far as this hair subject goes, this is the problem with the no hair. If you do that, there is a point right after there's no hair where it becomes really itchy because the hair's growing back. So you either have to reshave or let it get just long enough where you don't itch anymore. There's
Wally
one
just
point.
burns it off with a torch.
There's a point where it's like, okay, do I shave it or do I let it get a little bit longer and then it don't itch anymore? And I don't want to be walking around scratching right there because that would look
Linda,
weird.
the visual you just gave me of a bunch of dudes trying to frost their downstairs area with that little cap was very fucking amusing. I just have to say that. Scott, I somewhat agree. You should not look like you have Don King in a leg lock, but at the same time, it should be like trimmed and manicured and yeah.
So are parachute pants. Oh my gosh, the parachute pants. I never even got a pair of those, and I was an '80s guy. All natural.
I didn't like the parachute pants, but I did like the harem pants. Those were cool. They need to come back in
Just
style.
wax them, Cherokee.
Cause y'all handle the pain of
You
getting your balls
go ahead
waxed.
and handle that pain right there from Cherokee. Yeah, is this OnlyFans or something? Because that sounds painful.
I can't imagine because I've waxed my legs, my armpits, my upper lip. Hey, Tony.
Tony, Tony.
Eyebrows. I don't know. And like we get our lady parts waxed, right? You can. I've had a pad flip over and almost ripped one off. So I can't imagine a
Wait,
wax
maybe we should
on
ask
you
Tony about
guys.
dyeing hair because he knows all about that stuff. They're telling me I have a lot of gray hair, Tony, and I should dye my hair. So
Well,
I
what
went
did
and
you
put
use, Tony?
I went
Was
and
that
put gel in my
Sharpie?
hair.
Did you use generic? Was it shoe polish?
Black Sharpie. I think Tony is pretty redneck, so he just used a black Sharpie. Y'all can take your damn weather back. Hey, we rarely get snow too, Tony. So if you're getting it right now, you can have all that right there. We're about to get it here within the next few
Brazilian.
minutes, supposedly. I haven't looked at the radar lately.
Yeah, within the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Let's see what the radar shows.
Laser hair removal? See, I thought about that, but that would take a long time.
So you can see the blue dot.
We've got that.
As soon as that cloud makes it to us, we are going to be getting snow.
We have that machine that you bought that's the laser thing.
Yes. I don't think you've ever used it.
I mean, no, but neither have you.
Thanks, Jade. We appreciate all the snow that you can spare for us.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
I know Jade, where she lives, it's like snow country. And I've never been in a state that's had like ice covered lakes that were actually a lake you could walk on. We've gotten ice covered lakes in Georgia, but you weren't walking on it. You would literally fall right through because it was literally just a thin sheet. But when you can ice skate on them and drive cars, that's thick.
Literally ripping the individual hairs out by the root. But
you only got a dusting? Oh, don't worry, Jade. It's coming. Did y'all see Jade's new prosthetic leg? It is absolutely fabulous.
Is it pink?
It is.
Where did she post it?
Post it? Well, it's on Facebook. Yeah. It's got the Flamingo Jade sticker logo on the front of it with a lot of like pink flowers, and it's pretty. I thought she'd put a flamingo on there. I didn't see one. I could be wrong, but I do think it's really pretty. And after the swelling goes down, you know, because she's just now getting into it.
Oh, look at that. That is fancy.
Isn't it fancy?
It is
so
fancy.
I think as soon as the swelling goes down in her leg, because she's saying it's hurting right now, and I think that's because her leg is swollen. So once it starts to shrink down, it's going to fit better in there, and then they can put on a sock that's got padding, and it'll be a lot smoother on her leg.
Well, they gotta make adjustments and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they'll have to make adjustments.
Cherokee, I'm not talking about a laser printer. He got a laser hair removal thing, but it's like one of the older style ones where it only does like a 1-inch spot at a time. Yeah, no, I'm not sticking him under a laser printer.
Linda has lost her mind. My wrench went away. Are you blind, Linda? I know you can see. Dadgummit.
Who did what? What are you talking about?
Who did? I don't know what Tony.
No,
Tony don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't think he got a little tink leg. No, Aries doesn't have a tink leg either. Aries has got like a Transformers.
Yeah, he's got some
pneumatic. Plug that bitch into.
Yeah, his leg is controlled by an app on his phone with built-in.
Yeah.
He has to charge up his leg. He's got some prototype leg.
Yeah.
And he's knee down also. Which leg is his? His is the left leg, right? That doesn't make sense when I say it's the left leg, right? But yeah. I think it's his left
one
leg.
Of them.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Aries is the left leg, which I think is the same for Jade, isn't it? The same. So, but yeah, he's always talked to us because he was the first amputee that I've ever met and actually got to know. He's the one in the intro video. He's you know, but he's got a really awesome prosthetic leg, which is
Yeah, and
awesome.
he fucked his leg up by helping somebody move. I mean, he had other issues with it, but that was the final straw that he fucked it up again because he stepped down on the step wrong carrying in a couch. And I was like, so I guess that means you're not going to help us move.
Here's my newest project. What's that, Cherokee? I can't see your newest project if you don't.
Well, did you click it?
Click what? I don't see anything.
He posted a link to Instagram.
Well, I didn't see Instagram. What's up, Peanut? How you doing? You got any snow over there in your neck of the woods? I mean, it did go across the middle of the U.S., so he could have got some snow.
And he's up there with Breeze. I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, then, I guess everybody got snow. We're gonna get some here soon. I'm saying any minute now. We're gonna start to see snowflakes on that camera. That's why I got the camera up in the corner so we can see when it starts to snow. Right now, we got nothing. Luckily, we have enough toilet paper to last us. Now, before y'all go saying, hey, y'all went and hoarded up all the toilet paper. How long ago did we buy our toilet paper?
We only have to buy toilet paper twice a year.
Yeah, we buy toilet paper twice a year because, number one, we have a bidet, which saves a lot on toilet paper, honestly. And number two, it's only two of us.
Two of us.
So we're not blowing through toilet paper like the kids were. Oh my God, they were. But yeah, I think the bidet, for me, I know, I don't have to wipe nearly as much as I used to when we didn't have the bidet. That thing is like, once you clean off real good, you can use one wad of paper and you're done pretty much. And then you can re-rinse if need be.
Oh, he's building a computer.
25. Let me see what it is right now here. 34, which is a perfect snowing temperature. And I know it's only going to get colder and we got a winter storm warning. It shows us in the red right now, which is weird because that would be sleet or freezing rain, which I'm hoping we don't get that because I don't want freezing rain. That would be bad stuff. I did notice for the paramotor folks that's in the room, Tucker Gott's video that he posted today actually, and I hadn't even told Munchkin this, he actually mentioned Hampton Roads Paramotor on his video. Yeah. And I was like, what? Because, okay, Hampton Roads Paramotor is basically the group of guys that I fly with. They opened up a school and they've been training folks since.
There's two of them.
Yeah, well, but it's still
Joe and Jay.
Well, it's, speaking of which, remember when they jumped my case for trying to train one of their students?
Brian,
the only person there at that time was Jay's wife, girlfriend, I guess. She don't even fly at all. Never has flown.
I don't think it was her. I think that Brian guy was all up in his fucking feelings.
Yeah, but somebody went and told him that I was trying to train one of his students, which is...
I don't think it happened that way.
Okay.
I think he saw you talking to...
Let me explain.
When he said somebody in the blue shirt, there was more people in a blue shirt.
Let me explain to y'all what happened. So, we went to we were invited to a fly-in up at whatever field that was. And they were basically hang checking the students, okay? And one of the students was in there getting a hang check, and the person that was sitting there with him going over a checklist was a lady that's never flown before. That's fine, I get it. But he was having trouble. Now, the guy that was in the seat he's with the FAA, okay? So I was just trying to be nice. it looked like his seat was in a position where he couldn't get into his seat. The only thing I said, and I quote, but can you get into your seat? That's all I said. Can you get into your seat? Because his seat was in a position he was not able to. And then she said, well, we train them to get into the air and then reach down with your hand and pull your seat under your butt. Okay, some people train that way. That's fine. I prefer to be able to lift my legs up and plop into my seat. If your seat is adjusted properly, you can do that. If your seat is way off, then you have to reach down and slide it under your butt, which for some people, that, especially a new pilot, that can really throw you off your game. You may accidentally pull your right brake, depending on which hand you throttle with. Say you throttle with your right hand and you have your brake in there and you're trying to reach down with your left hand to slide into your seat, you may end up pulling right brake and go into a very sharp right hand turn. That could be bad. So I'm just saying, I'd much rather be able to have control of both of my brakes and lift my legs and get in my seat. Just my personal preference, but I don't think I should have got scolded for trying to train one of the students when I didn't say this is how you should do it. I just asked the question, can you get into your seat?
That's what it was. I think Brian, Mr. I'm a badass.
Yeah, that guy's
saw you down there with John French, showing him how to do the trike.
Yeah.
And got butt hurt that they weren't getting paid to do it. That John came out there to learn from you and not them. So he wanted to make sure you weren't talking to anybody. But
yeah,
that
okay.
point when he said the guy in the blue said that Jay was also wearing a blue shirt and he was down the row talking to other people. So the way I see it is that guy can kiss our ass.
Yeah, that guy
has no authority over anybody. I don't give a shit what you've done, what your title is in the military. I don't fucking know you. And you have no power here, sir. I can talk to anybody the fuck I want.
Yeah. I mean, and John Q said something about, yeah, trained by Scuba. I honestly don't want, at least at this time, don't want the responsibility of training other people. I would feel very responsible if I was to try to train somebody and they got hurt. So I think
not a happy camper that day, Tony. I really
neither one of us were happy.
Tell that guy about himself, but Scuba wouldn't let me.
Yeah. I was trying to be nice because we got invited there. And then, you know, I didn't even fly. I literally was trying to show one of my buddies how to taxi with his trike. He just got the trike. It was brand new. Hasn't even taken it for a flight yet. I was showing him how to bring the wing up and keep it stable.
Exactly. CDC.
And then they come over jumping my case. Hey, are you training? You shouldn't be training over here. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the hell is this, Russia? I don't understand why we're being controlled.
I don't recall you guys renting out this fucking airport.
Yeah, and
I don't recall you working at this fucking airport.
It really got under my skin. I was literally
and I don't think Joe and Jay even noticed because they were too busy trying to impress that asshat. I have never. You think him and Del Shanzi could give each other a run for their money? This guy was so fucking full of himself. It was unfucking real.
It was. He is Del Shanzi Jr. without question. Without question. And I don't even need to mention his name, but
I already did. Brian. You're a douche.
Well, okay. Nobody knows his last name. Don't even try to. I know his last name, but don't do it. But anyways,
it, so. He's not important enough for me to remember his last.
He really thinks he's the shit. Hey, he may. I'm not going by his credentials here. That's just not how somebody should be treated. Period. End of story. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that happened this past summer. It was almost fall. And it just really turned me off. So I didn't even fly. We ended up packing up everything and going home because
Yes, you
screw
should,
it.
John Q.
The only reason I went was to see somebody's first flights. But honestly, if we would have stayed, we would have seen a lot of people get hurt probably. Because yeah,
I think somebody that was there was telling us about Dell that he was it or was it there or no? It was the fly-in at in on the Eastern Shore that said that
Dell
Dell
went to
moved to
Puerto
the
Rico,
Philippines.
dude. Good luck with
No,
that,
he
Tony.
moved to the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, I thought it was in Puerto Rico. But yeah, Dell moved. Drama apparently, and it says we went offline. But I know we'll be back. There we go. We're back. Apparently, I don't know what happened there. We froze up for a second, but I guess we're back. But yeah, this sport hobby. I don't. Where does paramotoring fit in? Is it a hobby? Is it a sport? It's the same way they do with a lot of these Olympics things. They're like, "Hey, is this a sport
I don't
or is
consider
it a
it a
hobby?"
sport unless it's competitive.
But they
And
do have competitive things in
okay,
paramotor.
well then that part is sporting. What y'all are doing just flying around is not a
Is a
sport.
hobby, right?
It's a hobby. Yeah.
Okay, I get that part of it. I'm not arguing that fact. Yeah, sport is usually a competitive thing. Honestly, I'm not competing against anybody else that flies a paramotor. I'm not trying to be better or as good as anybody else. You do you. That's the way I see it. The main thing in this sport is you're responsible for your own safety. So make sure what you're doing is everything that needs to be done to keep you safe. So it's not a competition. I don't think I should have to rush out to a field to hurry up and take off and say, "Hey, I was the first one to take off." I'm not doing that because that's where mistakes happen. That's where people get hurt. Why would you rush? Rushing always ends up with something bad happening. So don't do that. And we still don't have no snow. And it's after 9. It's 9:13. I call crap on the
Well,
radar.
every time I try to pull up the radar, it fucks everything up. I really need a new computer. This one's got a new hard drive in it, though. I don't
Hard
understand why
drive is not
everything I.
what does all this. Yeah, it's still not at us yet. I don't know why it's taking so long to slide over. We still got another 10, 15 minutes before it even gets to us. I'm sorry. I tried to hurry up and grab a
You're
napkin,
not
but
sorry. You always scream when you sneeze. Drives me fucking
that's how I
crazy.
sneeze, man.
No, that's not how you sneeze. I have heard you sneeze quietly before.
Part 103
You can
lays it
do it.
out, but I'll consider it a hobby. Yeah. Bar darts is a sport. Yeah, but then again, John Q, darts are competitive. So anything that's competitive
See,
is
but
where the sports thing
it's
comes in.
more than competitive. It's requires a physical competition. Sports or darts is not a sport. Chess is not a sport. That's a game.
Will, we're giving you ideas for just a tip 12, 13, 14, whichever number you're on right now. Just saying. Just giving you some tips, Will, so you can make one for 2025 since you skipped all
Yeah,
of
I mean, you
2024.
could compete in fucking Connect 4. That doesn't make it a sport. So it needs to be physically challenging and a competition to make it a sport. Otherwise, it's just a game.
After a couple of blown launches, it's a sport. um, and that's another thing, Trash Bag. I'm glad you bring that up. How many blown launches
Before
is
you
your
give up.
limit? I know for me personally, if I can't make it in the air by the third try, I pack everything up and say it wasn't meant to be. Now, other people I've seen try to launch 5, 6, 7 times, Jay included. Remember how many times he launched from the beach? Holy crap.
See, I have an opinion on that. It really depends.
It depends, okay?
Well, like when Jay was trying to launch from the beach, right? He was getting really frustrated. He was doing dumb shit and trying to rush because he was getting very frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you fuck up. Um, if you're taking your time and you're not trying to rush, if you're not trying to beat sunset or whatever, then you can go for more. But the minute you start getting irritated and frustrated is when you need to just hang it up. Because that's when you're going to make a mistake that could kill you.
Have the wrist of an Olympic athlete. Okay, John. You must have a lot of practice. If you get arrested and go to jail, establish dominance quickly. There you go,
Yes,
Will.
act crazy. That usually works.
Yeah, act crazy. I kill everybody in this bitch. That usually works.
Yeah, I mean,
People
you
will
could
stay
go
away from
other
you.
avenues of crazy where you just look like an unhinged lunatic without threatening anybody. That would work as well. But
Oh, I hope it starts snowing before the end of the show. That would really suck. I mean, I'll try and get some pictures. Now, this is the other thing, and I told Munchkin, if there's a car coming. Okay, we live in a cul-de-sac, right? Now watch, this car is going to come down and turn around and go back out. Because apparently they don't know it's a damn dead end. Yeah, they're leaving. Bye. See you later, car. Why do they come to the end of our road? They know it's a dead end.
it's funny you say that, Scott. That happened to me on Tuesday. I called in sick to work because I shit myself while I was drinking my coffee. And now the entire world knows. Have you ever heard the term "never trust a fart"? So, like, if your stomach is gurgling and making unusual noises, that might be the time where you shouldn't trust one, or you're gonna find yourself waddling to the bathroom and trying to hose yourself off. I had to get back in the shower and immediately text my boss. I was like, "Yeah, I'm working from home today. I'm not coming in. This is bullshit."
I really appreciate all you guys showing up week after week. I mean, what else are y'all going to do on Friday? I mean, obviously you could do other things on Friday, but I
I mean,
appreciate y'all
there's
coming
lots
out
of
here.
way more funner things to do on Friday than
Way
normal
more
other.
funner.
Yes.
Okay, just make up a word.
English is not required after 5 o'clock on a Friday.
Oh, is that way it works? Okay, I got you.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean,
It certainly does,
I,
trash bag. I was a little surprised. It got my attention.
I tried to get the physics drink machine so that I could
No,
make my beer a draft beer.
you don't drink beer.
And there you go. Munchkin has put a halt on that. So the main reason, I'll tell you why I didn't buy it the first time, is because if I would have bought it January 3rd, it said it wasn't going to get delivered to like the 15th. But when I checked it yesterday, it said free delivery tomorrow. And I was like, ooh,
Hmm.
if I buy it now, I could get it the next day.
And how much is this machine that you want?
Oh, it ain't cheap.
No,
It
it's
ain't
not
cheap.
cheap.
But
How
it's
much
it's
is
$125.
uh-huh.
Um,
$125 kitchen gadget that would sit on our counter when he doesn't fucking drink beer.
well, I like beer sometimes, especially like at a fly-in, which is easier to drink a beer than it is to make a mixed drink.
Now, beer makes me have to pee. I might as well just go sit in the bathroom and drink it. Got
Oh,
See, the gurgle to me, because I had an upset stomach the day before, but I had the crampy stomach and all that going on. The next morning, I felt perfectly fine. So when I tell you I was shocked, I was shocked. I was not expecting that. Um, I was not expecting to have to take a second shower Tuesday morning. People are like, "I hope you feel better." I feel fine. I just shit my pants. I'm good. But I've been telling people that, and they're like, "Oh my God, that happened to me too." So at least I'm
I
not the only one
I
that
see
happened.
no snow. I'm just broadening the image so y'all could see
And
if
I don't
the
see any snow either.
dadgummit, man. So
See, I like
basically,
beer if I'm eating hot wings. That's it.
I'm
Or
never a
unless it's
beer
free.
drinker. Okay, you sure you haven't had some tonight,
Yeah,
Linda?
I never a beer drinker.
I'm never
Um,
a beer drinker. What? You
like
never?
if I'm out at like a festival or something, like the seafood festival, a, ma- a majority of the booths are beer. Um, I'll drink beer.
No, I
Um,
know Linda's clean, but it's just funny that she said it that way. I'm like, you sure you haven't had any? Because that doesn't make any sense. I'm never a beer drinker. I was never a beer drinker. That makes more sense.
yeah, no, we're not. He's not buying it. He does not need that
she
because he does
she
not
don't
drink
want me
beer.
to get multi. I
You
saw
don't need to buy
multitasking.
gadgets just because you saw it on a stupid YouTube
I
review. You
watched a lot
don't
of
drink
reviews.
beer.
Scuba needs them or hit the down button twice, right, Walter? Thank you, Walter. Um, I just know that we're in 2025 now, and I'm hoping that this is going to be a big year for paramotor. And Fly Up for Gauge is coming up in just a couple months. We're getting closer and closer day by day, and that's going to be a big trip for us because we're literally driving from here all the way down to Florida. Which
I'm driving, you're riding.
I'm okay. I'm riding. I'm
You're going to
sleeping.
be a passenger
Um,
princess all the way to Florida.
I think I thought that we would get to stop by in Atlanta, but from what I saw on the route that
He
she showed, we don't go
he's never
nowhere.
seen a map of the United States.
I know the map. I just didn't realize it was going to take us that route. So we're basically going down the coast, all the way down the very far eastern side of the U.S.
Yes,
to
we
get
are
down to Florida.
literally an hour from the Atlantic Ocean. Why would you think we would drive to Georgia and then
No,
back over to
drive
go to
down
Florida?
85 and then catch it and go down 75 to Florida. That's what everybody does. The
No,
other
that is
roads
not
are
what everybody does.
slower highways. That's why.
No, I-95 is not a slower highway. It's called a physics machine, John Q. It's supposed to turn any beer that you have in a bottle or can, it aerates it so it tastes like a draft.
Yeah, look up physics on Amazon. You'll see it. It
Now,
basically turns a regular beer into a draft beer like you would get
King
from a
Cobra,
restaurant.
I know this now. Um, I do feel better that I am not alone. You know, um, thankfully, I was still just wrapped in a towel instead of wearing work clothes or anything because I hosed it off and threw it in the washing machine. But yeah,
Wait,
it was
what did
not pleasant.
trash
Not a
bag?
good way to start my morning.
What did trash bag say? I'm trying to. I remember that, Linda. I'm
She said
multitasking.
permafrost almost killed her taking shots.
Oh, permafrost almost
How are
killed
you
me
not
taking
able
shit.
to follow chat and talk at the
I
same
didn't
time?
see that one. I can't see every freaking
Yes,
chat.
you can.
I
It's
can
not like we have to put on slow mode or anything.
not when I'm in the
Pay
middle of
attention.
talking.
You can't talk and read at the same time?
Never trust a fart. Yeah, King Cobra, especially once you get, I'd say, anywhere over 40, you definitely don't want to trust a
Not
fart.
even carbonation, aeration. Just water or just air.
She mentioned 151 rum. Yeah, that's some high proof stuff. Um, is that Bacardi 151? Isn't that what?
Yes.
That's the radio frequency we use when we talk on 2 meter radio.
Yes.
And I'm like, damn, do they drink that much that we got to change our frequency to a liquor alcohol content? Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, it's cool. And I'm not saying that they're not good instructors. I'm sure they do just fine. But they're very new. as far as instructing goes. They've both flown. They've flown more than I have,
They
honestly.
fly a lot.
Um,
He does
but
not need an expensive beer frother, Peanut. I told him if he gets it, I'm sending it back. Or if he buys it, here's the thing. Here's the deal. If he buys it and I see it, I get to go down to the basement and decide what will be going out to the curb for bulk pickup.
that ain't
With no
right.
argument.
I'll show you what you can throw away. I'll give you some.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You don't even know what's down there. I could get rid of half of it and you wouldn't even notice. You'd be like, I've got one of them somewhere. Mm-hmm.
You know, Scott, it's
basement.
funny you say that because, you know, there's certain alcohols we can't buy in Virginia because it's a government-run liquor facility here. So when I go to Georgia, I buy Everclear and I buy Golden Crane and bring it back here to Virginia. So
you can buy Everclear here, but only liquor stores within a certain mile radius away from colleges.
That's weird. So I have
college kids are stupid.
Everclear and Golden Grain stored away, not even opened in our liquor.
Yeah.
Hell, we got a liquor section in our house.
We could have gotten 2 other bottles of shit we'd actually drink instead of that, because I'm not drinking it. That gives me a headache. I mean, John Q, when I drink Guinness, I do prefer draft Guinness. I don't think that little machine would turn regular Guinness into Guinness draft, though.
Yes, it does. I watched them do it.
You tried it with Guinness?
I watched them do it and put a head on Guinness like you wouldn't believe.
I don't want a head on my beer.
Okay, look.
Any beer, even Guinness.
That machine has 2 functions. All right, you pull the tap forward and it dispenses like a normal beer, and it puts a slight head on it. When you want to add foam, you push it backwards, and it turns on all the micro stuff.
Add foam.
And add a bigger head to it. You literally can hit that for half a second, and it'll put a head on there that will last.
No, but if you put a head on your beer, you've poured your beer wrong. Draft should not have a head on it.
Yes, it should.
No, it shouldn't.
Not a big head, but a decent head.
That
head is creamy and frothy and delicious. It's got a head on it,
then you've poured my beer wrong. Give me another one. I paid for a full glass.
I don't like a head that's like half the glass. Don't get me wrong.
I don't want a beer mustache.
But especially if I have control over it, if I can put a small head, maybe a 1-inch head on top of it, that's great.
Tony's totally missing a conversation about big head and little head. Head mustaches. Again, I like drinking beer when I'm eating hot wings. Oh, we went to America's Best Wings, and he ordered the wrong shit for me and got me actual wings instead of the boneless wings.
I didn't. Wait, you froze. Hold on. We got disconnected while you're looking weird. Okay, now we're back now. Go ahead. He got me, and you were like looking up, and it froze.
Yes, I see. I'm still frozen like that. He got me normal wings instead of the boneless wings, and they were so good.
I didn't order them that way. That's what they heard. So
I only got 5 wings for like $8. But they were good size. Y'all remember when you could get wings and you got the whole wing? You got the flat and the wing, and then they separated it, and now they're serving you pigeon wings, and the flat in the wing counts as 2 separate wings, which is
50-cent wing night was the bomb. Oh my God! It's like the radar. Look at where the blue dot. Look how it's avoiding us. It's like all around us.
That's Fort Eustis. It's got weather control.
And we're being avoided. It's coming to us shortly. Apparently. This sucks, man. We should have snow now. It's going to be 10 o'clock before we get... It's going to start to snow as we end the show. it will be so Christmassy. And we're past Christmas now.
Demon Hunter, we are supposed to have really, really good internet connection. You're not, he's not hardwired. We're on Wi-Fi, so I think that's part of the fucking problem.
Tony, I do, because we rarely get snow. Unlike like Jade and Paramount USA, who get snow all the time, we rarely get snow, especially 4 to 6 inches. Even in
And on
Georgia,
a Friday, it's great because it'll be melted by the time
when I was
Monday
in
rolls
Georgia,
around.
I think the most we ever got in Georgia was 4 inches at the most, and that's 50 years. We got ice. We got 2 inches of snow like every 5 to 10 years, but we never got anything more than that, which hopefully this storm will give us more than
Right,
that
John Q,
here,
you
which
can
would be
go.
nice.
You can go to Tonal Line and get 2 pony kegs for the price of that fucking beer aerator.
Now, okay, wait. Speaking of which, let's go back. Let's go to the beer aerator, which is 125 for the name brand one.
Mhm. Let
Aldi
me look
sells
up Total
one
Wine.
for like 25 bucks. So if you can find the one that Aldi sells, now the only place I could find the one that Aldi sells was on Amazon, but it was $69. Now, if you can go into an Aldi store and buy one, they're like 25 bucks, which is way cheaper. It pours slower, but it does the same thing as the expensive one. So, and it only takes cans. It doesn't take bottles and stuff like the physics machine does. So, record that snow dance. I'd love, and I'm sure Will would too, to be able to let it snow 6 inches here and then take the trike and go fly. That would be awesome. Get some great video looking down on everything while it's covered in a white blanket. That would be awesome. But I also don't like the cold, so I don't know. Now I have a bad internet connection apparently, but I have all the winter stuff. I have matter of fact, I charged my gloves. These are fully charged, ready to go. These are the Sabbath Heat, which I still have the box that these things came in. They're great gloves. They heat on the outside, not the inside. So if you're trying to get something that heats on the inside, then you need something else. But they heat up in literally like 2 seconds. Soon as you turn them on, these things are hot on your hands. If you have small toggles like I do, you're not going to get more than 2 fingers in that toggle. I also have a heated jacket. I have fleece lined pants. I have those snow boots. I have the right
He's
gear.
got a lot of snow gear for somebody that's not going out in the snow.
All would look black and white. Yeah, it would, Walter. This is my thing, and I know y'all have seen all this stuff about the drones in Jersey, and I don't want to piss off Langley. Langley Air Force Base is really, they were concerned about drones this past spring before this drone thing even happened in Jersey. So I'm sure now they're even more paranoid about drones. So I would definitely make it clear, hey, I'm not a drone. I'm flying at such and such altitude. I'm flying in this direction and staying in this area.
I have to say, dear, you do not resemble a drone.
Don't worry about Langley.
And I don't think we live in a redneck enough area to worry about people shooting you down because,
hey,
there's something in the sky.
This is the thing, Will, and I don't worry about Langley because I know my buddies have called Langley multiple times to get permission to fly, and they always give them permission. But the one time that I called Langley, they were closed. And the one time that I decided to fly because they were closed is when I had Langley come out to see me along with the FAA because I got too close to Langley. And I'm like, really? I didn't fly over Langley. And they were trying to say I did. And I was like, luckily, Gaggle recorded my entire flight path. What's up, Ryan? Gaggle recorded my entire flight path, and it shows that I did not fly over Langley Air Force Base. So I'm like, here it is, dude, black and white, clear as day. It shows my entire flight path. I did not fly over Langley. I'm not a terrorist trying to take video or pictures of the Air Force Base. I'm an American, damn it. So they were cool after that. And I did have the FAA follow up with me a couple weeks after that, which was, if y'all remember from the beginning of the show when I was talking about the FAA guy that was in the hang check and I was talking about, can you get in your seat? That's the same guy that called me about this situation that happened at Langley. Same guy. So that was cool. That's what all the terrorists say. Thanks, Will. I'm an American, damn it. I'm not trying to film y'all. Langley don't play, man. I will say that right off the bat. They told me that when they have those, Langley does air shows every once in a while. Once every, 3 years or so, Langley will do an air show. They invite the public in. If you go in there with a camera and you decide that you want to film the tower or behind where the air show is happening, you're going to get questioned and probably kicked out of the show. They don't play. They do not want anybody filming an area that shouldn't be filmed. And I need a refill. Just saying. I just made something fall.
Did he just get up and walk away? I'm watching the broadcast on a delay, so when he just gets up and leaves, I don't know about it. I know CDC. What's new? I should expect it, but I mean, really, there are some things I can get behind. We don't really need it, but it's cool. We'll buy it, but we do not need a beer aerator. I'm looking up. You can buy a half a keg of most of the more popular beers for $174. That's a half a keg. Do you know how long that would fucking last us? Um, he does not drink beer. He doesn't need any slack. He'd use it to go buy something.
I mean, I don't usually drink beer. I can drink it. I do enjoy it.
If you want a beer, we can find a dive bar and I will take you to it and you can drink draft beer.
Liquor's quicker. That's my philosophy. Liquor's quicker. I enjoy drinking liquor more. I like the taste of it better than beer, honestly. Some beers, and it's probably gonna piss a lot of y'all off, like Miller. I cannot stand the way Miller tastes. Cannot stand it. I can drink a lot of other beers. Miller is. I think Shane drinks Miller. I cannot stand the way Miller tastes. Just cannot do it.
I don't like any of the iced beers. They give me a headache. I actually prefer the Hefeweizens. I like those. Exactly. He will use it once or twice, and then it's going to get chucked in a cabinet and forgot about. And
okay,
I can find lots of other stuff for him to spend
Let's go with your situation. You say I'm going to use it. What's the Bartesian?
The Bartesian is the best invention they've ever made.
Okay, and so is the physics machine. The Bartesian is for liquor. The physics is for beer.
You don't drink beer. That's my point. Wait, what are you going to buy a pot gadget next because it's cool? You don't smoke pot either.
Scott, I'm sorry that you're drinking Miller Lite right now. Like I said, I knew some people would be like, If
you buy it, I'm throwing out half your shit in the basement. Just remember that.
Miller Lite may be okay. I don't know if I've tried Miller Lite. I tried regular Miller, could not stand it. It made me think I was drinking pee.
I'll find you, Will.
Ugh. I just couldn't do it.
Elbow to the throat.
I'll drink Yingling. I'll drink Bud. I Michelob. Lots of beers I can drink. IPAs I can have. Miller, just something about the way it tastes. I just can't. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. Just me. And that's nothing against. I mean, I'm sure it's a great beer for the people that like it. I just don't like it.
We have a Ninja Slushy too, Ryan, and we use that a lot. Um,
You made the
it
mistake.
aerates the beer, CDC, to make your bottled or canned beer taste like a draft. It smooths it out. Um,
Yes, we have a
I'll
Ninja
just take you to
Slushy,
the bar.
Ryan.
Yeah.
So I don't think you did anything bad. It can make some really nice slushies.
And milkshakes or whatever.
There's
Yeah, I
great
mean,
recipes you can make out of that thing, and it makes them bad to the bone. I wonder if it can make like a Bloody Mary slushy. That would be nice.
no.
I'm just as a trial, run it.
I mean, I'm sure it could, but no, I don't want. A,
Do we
I
still
don't
not
want a
have?
tomato Slurpee.
Hold on, let's do another check because I don't see any damn snow.
See, I made a wine slushy, but the wine that I used was too sweet, so it didn't melt all the way. And I would say within 20 minutes, I was just drinking really cold wine.
Just shake your beer if you want to hit on it.
Now, I
Man,
didn't
it was
add any
good.
water to it, which may have helped a little bit. I just poured straight up wine in there. Now sangria, I bet a sangria slushy would be good. You might have to add something to that though, because it's got a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, just make sure that whatever you're
Well,
doing
I mean,
is
you're
not
supposed to have
no
sugar in it, but
zero sugar stuff because it needs. I mean, you probably already know this, Ryan, but if you have no sugar in there, it's not going to freeze. You can't like use Coke Zero or Diet Coke and try to make a slushy because you can, but you got to use a different kind of sweetener to add into there called allulose or something like that. That'll make it work.
no, the
Is that white
car
car
is
yours?
mine.
That is hers. The white Pilot in the driveway. Here, I'll zoom in.
And my Scion is in front of the Pilot. You can't see it.
So the white car out in the street is Munchkin's car. That's a Mitsubishi Galant. And the white truck that you see in the driveway is my truck, which is the Honda Pilot, which is fitting, right? So that's the one that I usually go to fly-ins with, carry my paramotor on the back, throw anything else I need in the back of it. It's got a lot of miles on it, but it still runs great, so I can't complain. And yeah, Munchkin's Scion is right in front of the Pilot that you can't see.
You can see the wheel well through the porch.
Yeah. That's about all you can see of it. It needs to get fixed. It's just going to take a lot of hard work, which I don't mind doing. It's just finding the exact part that it needs to make everything right again.
Well, now that I have money, how much to buy a brand new part? Because I want my fucking car back.
The part's not. It's not. I can't buy just that part.
No. So what do we need to buy to fix my car? Because I want my car back.
We need the knuckle. We need bars. We need the bearings. We need probably a new caliper, brake pads.
I heard that's Australian for beer, Tony.
Not too much other than that. Now, if there's something else bent that I can't see, then there may be more. But it's not. It really isn't that expensive. It just needs to be. And we need a new fender, a bumper.
King
obviously.
Cobra, what's wrong with it? It's old. It's got almost 200,000 miles on it. It's all stained up inside. I just want my Scion back. I like my Scion.
Yeah, the Honda Pilot's at like 218,000 miles. Now, for a Honda, that's not that bad. The
Scion ran perfect. I had no issues with it. Everything worked perfectly. The headliner hadn't fallen down. There was no rips or tears. and then some fucking jackass had to rear end me on the interstate and fucking
I
run.
think
If I
when I
find that motherfucker, I will run him off the interstate into the
I
trees.
think when I got the Pilot, it had 204,000 miles on it, and I
Yeah.
instantly tore the motor down, put a new timing belt, water pump, um, all the new gaskets in there, and put it back together. Which that scared the bejesus out of me because I thought I threw it out of time, but I got it back together right. And now I probably couldn't even do that. That's hard work for a dude getting my age.
I mean, now you couldn't even do that. That was only 2 years ago.
And those 3 years, I've changed a lot. Now I feel
Uh-huh.
like I can't even do that. I would literally have to work on it for 20 minutes and stop, and then go back at it because I literally need a break in between. Oh,
No, what?
um, just we may have a visitor, even though last time they said they were coming to visit, it never happened. But I don't mind a visitor.
A visitor.
Yes.
Oh boy. I got
Wouldn't
my
you like a
headphones
visitor?
available.
Um, so it's okay. You're fine.
I don't mind a visitor.
Before the tariff hikes. Oh Lord, CDC, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, if he does them. I mean,
Munchkin showed a picture to me. I don't know if it's from Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And I'm looking at this picture going, are they freaking serious? They were looking at their temperature gauge on their car and saying, I don't know what's wrong with my car. It never gets to full heat, it always stays in the middle. There's something wrong with my car. It should be going to full heat. And I'm like, are you serious, dude? Your temperature gauge on your car shouldn't go to that hot mark.
yeah,
It
and the
should stay in
person
the
like the
middle at
only
normal
thing that
temperature.
I can think of is that they have switched this out and add they add a bigger exhaust which allows more cold air in. I really hope that was rage bait, but they just need to turn in their license. Um,
I'm
because
really
that's
disappointed. It's almost 10 o'clock and the snow has not started.
it will chill.
It will later, apparently. I thought by 9 o'clock, you're like, oh yeah, by 9. It's
I mean,
9:48.
that's what it said.
Nothing.
I mean, that's what it said. I can't.
That's good to hear, Ryan. I'm glad you got a lot of work going on, man. Hey, that's how a business thrives is through more work. Hell yeah. I
Okay, whatever you say, John Q.
I
Um,
let's look at the radar one more time. I'm sure it's gonna show something that's wow, it's so close now.
hey, the government said we're not supposed to shovel
We're
snow
literally
till April.
right on the edge, right at that point there. So any minute now, it should. Now, does that show forecasted of like the next however long or what?
No, that's
Oh,
up
there we
to
go.
date.
9 at 9:40. So that was the last update we got. So by 9, and literally at 10 o'clock, it's going to start snowing. Like, hey, we got to go. All right. You love Australian women? I really like their accent, honestly. Australians have a great accent. And people from Australia would be like, oh, I like your accent. But no, their accent's awesome.
You know what accent that I absolutely hate? And apologies to anybody in here if you're from there. Fucking Boston. That shit. I told him before if you had that accent, there's some chick on TikTok that has the worst accent I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. I told him if you sounded like that, I wouldn't even watch 10 minutes of your show. I would have turned that shit off so
Oh, what'd
fucking
you say?
fast.
The Boston accent? Is that what?
Austin, it's
Yeah.
fucking horrible. It's
Yeah,
awful.
I definitely don't have that accent. I've had women though, because I knew a guy that was from Australia, and he rode a motorcycle, and he came over and he started talking, and they were just like, oh, all the girls were like, yeah, well, thank you, Cloud Chucker. I don't know why you decided to send money, but I appreciate it.
He feels bad because you don't have any snow yet.
We're gonna get snow at some point. I don't know when that may be, but
Eventually.
we'll get snow. We do have some sexy women here. Most of the time when you hear an Australian accent, it's usually from men, not women. There are rare cases where I've heard women with Australian accents. But yeah, like when I was at home and the guy from Australia came over and he started talking, all the girls were like just so enthralled by his accent that I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to watch myself because they're gonna go after this guy just because he had an Australian accent. Didn't matter.
I like women with a Scottish accent.
Scottish accent?
It hits different when women have a Scottish accent than the men do.
It's snowing there now? Really? Will?
It's bad, John Q. It almost sounds to me. Okay, so like
I'm gonna look out the door.
I
Made
have
you
a
look.
pet peeve.
Fucking Will.
So y'all heard about that redneck guy that sings that "Rich Men North of Richmond" song, right? We've heard him talk. We watched a YouTube video interview with him. I know where he's from. We don't have that accent there. He's from Virginia. He is from just west of Richmond. We don't sound like that. He doesn't sound like that until he sings. There's another country group with a woman singer, and I can't remember their name because I hate them because her accent is fake. You're putting on airs. That is not what you sound like. It's a fake accent. You're enhancing it to make yourself sound more country. That is what the Boston accent sounds like to me. Is that you're overdoing it to make it sound like that, and I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't like it.
Did you see me wave outside this time?
No, because you've got the fucking camera full screen.
That's the camera I went and waved on.
Oh well, I was talking, not looking at the camera. Let me try.
It's fine. Yeah, there's no snow out there. Will just made me look. That son of a gun. And Will like made you look. He said it's snowing there now. I'm like, really? Let me check. Damn it. King Cobra's betting big money. I'm gonna have to get on that one too. Oh, not that much money.
There is no other American accent that bothers me besides Boston. Well, except for the whole West Coast vocal fry. I don't like that either. It makes me want to punch
A Wisconsin accent? So you like you like the accent from Wisconsin? Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Some people's accents I don't even pick up on. Like even if they're what the hell? Oh my god, I just now saw myself. That's a slow damn reaction on the camera. It just now showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, it just showed up on the camera. I'm like, whoa. Some people's accent doesn't really stand out to me. It doesn't. I don't pick up on it, but if they're like really northern, really Yankee, I'd probably pick up on it. But have I got a twin brother? Right? I cloud chucker. Yeah, that was weird that it showed up like way after I went out there. I mean,
Yeah, I
golly.
mean, like to me, people from Wisconsin don't really have an accent. They just say they have certain mannerisms in their speech that's not really an accent. Um, like even my family that's from upstate New York, I they have an accent, but for the most part, it's only certain words. Like they say dog and coffee,
Dog.
and
Coffee. Coffee. Let me get some
my
coffee.
granddad pool, but their day to day. I mean, there was only certain words that it really stuck out on. Jesus Christ,
I
bless you.
had to sneeze. Sorry. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised the neighbors didn't bless you.
The neighbors probably heard it though.
I can guarantee you they did. They're like, he must have a
Thanks,
cold.
Bruce. Yeah, we're not gonna
Um,
get snow by 10 o'clock, which I find completely disappointing. That's terrible.
yeah, but even in the movie Fargo, I think they were enhancing it a little bit more because they wanted to make sure that you knew that it
Take
was
my
supposed
vitamin
to be
C.
North Dakota. Um,
I hope I'm
and
not getting sick, Linda. I don't think it is. This doesn't feel like a cold to me. I mean, I do have a. I'm sneezing every once in a while, but it's nothing big.
we
Uh,
also do have 3 cats, and I'm fairly certain that
I
you,
may have
just
to
like
go
me,
live
are
for the
allergic.
hell of it with just my camera when it does start snowing. Not even be in chat or just run the camera
Snow
because we're
cam.
not going to get any snow for this show, apparently. That sucks.
Well, King Cobra, just like the Irish accent, I've noticed that I can tell the difference between South and North. I don't know which is which, but I know one of them gets on my nerves. I'm fairly certain it's the Northern Ireland accent. Um, I never realized how many different British accents there are. Most of those don't really get on my nerves, though. Um,
Look at there.
if
Happy
I
New
can figure out what the
Year.
fuck y'all are talking about,
It's a
because
paramotor New Year. All
I got
right. There we go.
weird words for things. We watched some drain cleaning guys from the UK, and I understand maybe 3 out of every 20 words they say. I have no idea what the fuck they're going on about.
Yeah, no snow show, Walter. I apologize. It was supposed to start before this show ended. So
I'll
to
have to
me
make
that
sure he drinks another Bloody Mary. That'll give him his vitamins.
no, that's almost gone. We don't really have enough to make another one.
Hmm.
I wish we had some more. We got enough vodka. We don't have enough Bloody Mary mix.
No, I don't think they do. I mean, every once in a while, some of the words they'll say will slip out, but consistently, every word that comes out of their mouth has that lilt to it. I don't think so. I wish I could remember that country band because her voice really gets on my fucking nerves because it's fake as shit. Um, was it big little big town or something like that? I don't know. It drives me crazy.
Did we die again? Roberts, you got away clean. You only got smoke mods and dead 18650s. Well, we didn't really win any money. I wonder if we lost money on that. Oh, that
I don't
sucks.
think you lost anything, but you didn't win anything either. At least you didn't die.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're gonna bump off of here, guys. But I tell you what, I mean, if it starts snowing hard, I may just run the channel live and just cast this camera. if somebody wants to watch it
Yeah,
snow.
but you won't be able to not come in here and say something because you can't help yourself.
It's got to start snowing good before I get in there and say something. I mean, if we get that light snow like we got last time, I don't even care. But right now, you can look at this and we have nothing. Not even the slightest flake. So, yeah, that blows. Ryan, thanks for coming by.
I mean, you don't have to cut the show off. You could just leave the screen up.
Yeah, but no. I'll just do another one. If it, because who knows when it's going to start snowing? It may not even start. It'll start in the next 5 minutes, right? It's going to be like, oh look, it's snowing. If that happens, I'll just start up another show for the hell of it and just put that video on the screen and
Don't
let y'all
encourage
watch it.
him, John Q. We're not buying that damn thing unless it drops below like $50. Fuck that. It's a waste of money. You give me the $129.
See, she won't let me buy stuff.
I will not.
She's
No.
mean.
I am evil.
14 and a half hours of salting and
Am I
plowing. Good
evil?
Lord.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'll take your bank card.
We're supposed to get it, but none yet. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Or same scuba channel. Same scuba time, same
Spit
scuba
it out,
channel.
sir.
I can't talk anymore. I'm slurring my words. Y'all have a great night, great weekend. Stay safe out there, everybody. We will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bicycle.